Let us play some horror games. So we're gonna stop this music. Whoosh. We're gonna open Call of Cthulhu. What time is it? 7? We have roughly 4 hours until the end of the game. So we're gonna play the game all the way until the end. VTuber Horror Night. And this is Call of Cthulhu. In the meantime, let me sum up what happened in the last chapters of Call of Cthulhu. I said Cthulhu is just running. Cute. We will play a horror game with Ibiki one day. It will happen. It will happen. Hibiki is a wholesome, chaotic energy. She's so adorable. She's so amazing. Hibiki she's a Chad, basically. I love Hibiki so much. You're gonna go as well, Miss Sana. Bye. Nobody likes horror. Why? This is the first time I play horror game properly by myself in a dark room. Well, it's not really dark, but you know what I mean. I don't usually play horror games. I don't really. A few years ago, I was terrified of horror, and now I'm more like a yes, feed me the horror. Should do more card readings in the future. I try to do like once a week a card reading. But there is one lesson I learned the hard way from card reading. Never force a card reading on someone else. You should always do a reading to someone who asks for a reading. That's a really important thing. Really important lesson. This icon appears when saving and loading is in progress. I know, game. I played 4 hours last week. Enter Madness, load game. Chapter 6. Oh, perfect. We have a sum up. Pierce, Colden, and Bradley, that's the cop, decided to team up to solve the Sarah Hawkins case. They have a new trail to follow. Francis Sanders, an art collector and friend of the painter who died right in front of Pierce. The detective goes to his house in order to speak to his widow about the shambler that the unfortunate man mentioned before he died. That's a good sum up. We're playing as Pierce, and we are a failed detective. And there's a family who burned to death, the family of Sarah Hawkins. And we are researching, we're detectiving her death. And we found a cult that summons Cthulhu under her house with her husband in a monster form. And then we went to, we got attacked and we woke up in a mental institute. Then we escaped the mental institute and went back here. But there is one problem. One problem remains. Where's the cop? Where's Bradley? My love, Bradley, that I confessed to. I don't know where Bradley is, but Bradley the cop, he died. He died brutally. The husband, in a Cthulhu form, stabbed him in the heart and killed him. After we escaped the mental hospital, suddenly Bradley is alive. So something here is wrong. I'm not sure what. Hibiki, go sleep before you drink more. Yes, Hibiki, go sleep. But you can stay if you want to. You can stay. So this girl, I don't remember who she is. But let's just
Did she really care for him after all?
Dear Madame, I acknowledge receipt of the letter in which you demand the body of the deceased husband. I'm sorry to inform you that I cannot agree to return his body to you. At the moment of his interment, you signed a discharge, allowing me to dispose of his body as I see fit. I extend my deepest condolences to you, Thomas Fuller. Fuller is the doctor, the owner of the mental institute.
The day the shambler came into the Sanders
Oh,
lives.
right. So in the mental institute, there was this guy, the man. They have a mouse? Yes. This guy, the man. And he died brutally. And before he died, he said that the shambler is coming. And this is his wife. And then this girl, you see her? What's her name? Coldens? She popped out of nowhere after we woke up from the mental institute. We have no idea who she is. Seriously. She's just, hey, I've been here all alone. And like, who are you? Who is this one? Seriously. So weird. This game does an amazing job with the Lovecraftian way of going mad. Because I'm thinking, wait, did I forget characters?
Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted.
An audio recording with Francis Sanders, that's the guy who went crazy, afraid of the shambler, Send left to his wife Irene. That's the girl in the living room. Can we open this? We just ask her? Wait. Can we find... Oh, I've been playing with the mouse. That makes sense. Old photographs always has such spooky aura about it. Yes. I love the feeling of the game. Look at that. The hell. Look at the carpet on the wall. Ripped off. Ripped up. Ripped. Look at this art. Oh, that's beautiful. You see the ink. Dried. What do I want? Not this. How do I get to my inventory? J. Pierce. Oh, that's our stats. Wait, we have stat points. Stat point. We need 6 to level this up. We need 4 to level this. You know what? Strength could be very useful. Then again, investigation, represent your invest. Then again, I want to get something 5 all the way. Let's put spot hidden all the way. Next time. What? Yeah, no. Enter. Save. Good. Eating chips. What else do we have here? Sanity. Oh, that's the places that we've seen. Dark Water. That's the island we've been at. With all the characters. Let's do sum up of the characters. That's Stephen Webster. That's the granddad. Or father. That's Sarah's father who sent us to the mission. Thank you for the lurk. What else? Sarah Hawkins, the artist who died. Her son Simon died in a burn. James Fitzroy, that's the captain of the ship. Roy Mitchell, I don't remember who that is. Owner of the bar. Okay. Kat. She's like an annoying gang boss. Officer Bradley, best character. I love Bradley. He died and suddenly he's alive. No idea why. Silas Winchester, that's the butler, caretaker of the Hawkins property. And that's Charles Hawkins, supposed to be dead, alive and very Cthulhian. The cult, he has a cult and they did something. That's Marie Colden. Officer Bradley, female friend. They even say female friend, but we have no idea who she is. Doctor. Who is that? She appeared out of nowhere when we got to the mental hospital. And since then, suddenly she's a character in the game. I have no idea who that is. Francis Sanders, that's the guy who died. That's the doctor, Dr. Fuller. And Irene Sanders, that's the wife of the dead person. Okay, what else? That's places. Occult, there's all kind of weird stuff that we found. Clues. Where's the thing we just found? Inventory. Francis Sanders cylinder. Audio recording? No idea. Oh, that's a cute picture. That's a cute one. So now that we remember everything from last week, roughly remembered. Whoop. Where are we? What is that book? Medicine book. We'll increase our medicine a bit. What's in here? Nothing. Piano. That's really smart. Put in a major scale. So no matter what you play, it sounds good. There's a music player. Reconstruct. Alright, we have the ability as a detective to reconstruct images from what happens. So when is that? No idea. No idea. Psychology.
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even?
Sarah Hawkins was the painter, the artist who died. They were friends. Maybe she was taken to the mental hospital as well? What else? We can't leave this room. What is that? Investigate?
Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler.
Gamer vision, yeah.
Finally. What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much?
So many games have that. Witcher vision, Eagle vision, Assassin's Creed. Where did I see that? Oh, in Disco Elysium also have that. What is that?
He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom?
What did he win?
She first refused to sell the painting.
Oh, she sell him the painting.
How did that make her feel?
She refused to sell him a painting that she made. What happened? Oh no! Hey, Austrian, just in time.
I need to see it.
So they said that Sanders, ripped his eyes out when he looked at the painting, and now we saw that scene. Where's the painting, though? Painting that makes you go crazy when you look at it. Oh, that's the cylinder. That's where it goes.
Irene, I made a mistake. I fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter, except to burn everything. I never had the courage. Pay somebody to do it. He's inside my head. I see him behind my eyelids each time I shut my eyes.
See who?
I
Cthulhu?
can't take anymore. I can't hold him back. Forgive me.
That accursed gallery. Those accursed paintings. That
Austrian,
accursed Sarah.
doing amazing. Did a tarot reading to Hibiki. It was really fun. Energized me. And now we're gonna play this all the way until the end. So, is that the last message he left to her? Maybe he sent the message from the hospital? Examine the shambler. Where's the painting? Where's the shambler? Oh, it's hidden. No, I thought it's in a different room. That's not the shambler. No. Oh, you ready, chat, to see the painting of the shambler?
I could use one of those.
Sleeping pills. Oh no, we can't sleep on the job. What is that?
A strange Amerindian pendant.
Is that a weird dream catcher, maybe?
An old diary.
Svolmi spent some time on Reverend Wickwood's community. His wife expressed the worries of her strange dreams that the Reverend congregation are having since their arrival on the island. Some members of the community, her husband included, began to speak of the vision of the messenger sent by God. She is scared that they will suffer the same fate as the lost tribe. And Grant ordered a half of a cheese wheel for Christmas today. Oh my god, that sounds so good. I wish I had cheese eaters next to me. My mom is vegan. My family doesn't really like... Hey! That's golden. Would you read the book? Read the book. Melius Bestiarium. Melius Bestiarium? Isn't that the book we got in the other game? In Pentiment? Was that I think? Maybe? Oh, I like these tentacles. Look at them, how they kinda looks like they come out of the pages. That's beautiful. It is kind of an encyclopedia of monsters and unknown creatures. Begin to believe that they exist. What happened? Oh, I became... Wait. I got progression in occultism. Okay. I thought I got... Where's my sanity? Nightmares. Ritual. Melos Bestiarium. Death of Francis Sanders. And Macabre Discovery. I'm not sure what the sanity system doing here, but it goes up. Oh, it goes down? Shaken. Oh yeah, I remember this game having some fancy languages. Yeah, it's Lovecrafty. Task Knight, what's up, Mr. Dice Man? Hello, Task Knight. How's your tasks today? Greeting gamer. Yeah, it's the gamer gang. We're gaming today. So we're shaken. The ordeals you have gone through have left their marks, but you still manage the best you can. You keep your mind busy in order to chase away doubts and painful memories. You still have some way to go. Who knows where your mind could lead you along the path of insanity. Doing good. How about you guys? How is chat? How are you, everyone? Usually in Lovecraftian games, if your sanity goes down, you die, including Phasmophobia. So I see we missed something here. Maybe we collect enough, we die, or like a different ending to the game. That's the Shambler.
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, detective.
Oh, shut up!
Try not to make a habit of
You're
it.
not a real character. You appeared out of nowhere.
What have you come looking for in this gallery?
I got verified the painting from a buyer. I'm not here to create problems for you. Another painting for Sarah Hawkins.
Another painting by Sarah
Oh, it's
Hawkins.
Kat.
One connected to the
What is
horrors
she doing
I've
here?
discovered on
That's
this art.
the mob leader.
What a surprise. I'm listening.
I hate her. I sworn to kill her.
And you? What brings you to the Sanders
She tried to
home?
disturb me
I'm
searching
here
the
on
case.
business. Irene asked me to liquidate all these paintings.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't intend to hang
course.
around here for long.
Why you?
Believe it or not, there aren't many collectors on Darkwater. It needs someone with a network and a means of transport to the mainland. A choice that comes down to Fitzroy and me. And I'm far more pleasant, wouldn't you say?
She is smuggling wine to the island during Prohibition time. Anything she says is
Strange.
complete bullshit.
For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing.
Hibiki is not my wife. Hibiki, all right. Thank you. I need to remove that from the pin. Hibiki is my friend who we did a tarot reading to. 15 minutes ago. We did 2 hours tarot reading. Then Hibiki goes to sleep. And now we do this. Dear Francis, I beg you to give up all hope of ever owning this accursed painting. If our friendship has any meaning to you, please spare me the weight of guilt. I cannot be the architect of your fall. I beg you, my dear friend, forget the Shambler. Your friend Sarah Hawkins. What? So Sarah painted the Shambler and she sent it to Francis? Give up all over ever owning the cursed painting. Oh, and he wanted to buy the cursed painting, but she wouldn't sell it. Okay. But at the end, she did sell it. He got the painting. It made him pull out his eyes and go to a mental
Not now,
institute.
sweetheart.
A mental.
I'd like to read this without some snoop looking over my shoulder.
Mental institute, and then he died there. So there's something about this painting. We gotta find it. Shambler, where are you? Oh my god, they have a beautiful museum here. That's very Cthulhian. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that thing. Oh, that is gorgeous. Even has that's the gaslighting sphinx from D&D. What is that? Oh, beautiful green person. It's the mask. We talked about the mask. It's kind of a luchador's mask. Jim Carrey's The Mask from 1999.
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
It's a tentacle wand. A tentacle wand. Is that a music box? Or an ink box? An ink box, I think. Just took a way too big bite. I think I had all the chill. What bite? From the cheese wheel? The Mask was such a bonkers movie. Yeah, it was crazy. Actually, kind of afraid of The Mask when I was a kid. I only watched it later in
The
life.
man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
That is weird. Oh, from the dinner. Pretty cool, though. It is really cool. Also, really cool that he turned his half of his house. I mean, that's not really a house. That's a mansion. Oh, that's the Shambler. Wait, we're gonna go to that last. And also, look at that. He loved the Shambler. He put it in a huge pedestal at the center of everything. What's that? Oh, right. How do we get the lamp? Oh, yeah, we got lamp. We got light. We got matches. And we got a lamp. Forgot about that. Closet? Why can't we hide here? Jim Carrey retired after Sonic 2. He said that he's retired, but I believe they'll get him to Sonic 1, to Sonic 3. I believe he said that the people leave him alone. He will get there. But where does this lead to?
The public entrance to the gallery.
Oh, he even has a public entrance to the gallery. That is some crazy house here. Look at that thing. That kind of reminds me of the the Shambler as well. Look. Look at the painting and the Sphinx here. He old, but he's still an amazing actor. Bunch of old Hollywood is done. Yeah. Sonic 2 was his last movie. I'm sure they will get him for Sonic 3. They'll find a way. What is that bear? A bear with cubs. Such a wholesome. Oh no. No, it's a bear killing a seal. Never mind, it's not wholesome. Thank you for the lurk. Give me a 20 luck. I need it. My brain is burning from the food. Not the chili. Get some milk. What is that?
Is this dagger part of Sanders' collection, or was he seeking to acquire?
Found from possessing the talents of Sarah Hawking, Sanders drew a dagger with a torched form down the smallest detail. The guard carries a strange esoteric symbol, a recurring feature of his correspondence with Sarah. And I think I saw that dagger in the gallery. Still doing stuff? That's good to hear. I truly believe I saw that dagger.
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
Maybe not. Maybe it didn't. Wait, what is this? We haven't been in this room.
Why was he so interested
There it
in
is.
old weapons?
That's the dagger. Think. Oh, look at this. It is creepy. What is that? Like a tablet in the stone? Bro, it's like 90. Who, Jim Carrey? No, it's like 67? I would guess 67. That's my guess. Beautiful art in this game. Beautiful, beautiful art. Okay, chat. We're gonna look at the Shambler finally. Hope you're ready. Now, before we officially look at the Shambler, I gotta pee. So chat, while I go pee, you look at the Shambler and tell me, what exactly do you see here? I'm back. That was a big PBK. So what do you see there? P-Train. I see a dog. Dodge? I bet Morgan is gonna die on a stage one day. Morgan Freeman? He would die in a jail, in a prison movie. Hope he has a long and productive life. Yes. Seriously though, all of these amazing actors should die happily, surrounded by family and friends when they're really, really old. Okay, let's look at the Shambler. Just don't rip our eyes off, please. Well, Sarah Hawkins drew that and she didn't rip her eyes off. Oh, no, not the eyes. Oh. I knew it. You could enter the closet. I knew it. Reminds me of Stan Lee. Yeah, exactly. Shambler is moving. By the way, this stream should be watched in a dark room, alone. Person, I will leave the premises and lock. Didn't see Ashbourne. The doors and windows got locked.
What the
Wait,
hell was
we
that?
got CP. Yes, spot hidden full. Now let's take strength or investigation. Investigation talent, improve the skill, increase your chance of understanding events, analyzing crime scenes or object, picking up locks. I love picking locks. Let's go get this all the way. It got locked. The room is locked, Ashbourne. Oh, cooking. So just came to see what happened. Oh, yeah. What are you cooking? More cheese points. Where's the shambler? Oh, shit. Where do we go? I'll do like Ashbourne. Leave the premises. Hold E. Oh, hide in the closet. Okay, let's hide in the closet. The game tells us to. I don't know if we need though. The shambler is pretty far away. Right? Shambler? I don't see it. Okay, let's go out.
Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
No, no, no. There's a very specific dagger we need. Oh, I know which one. Fuck, where is it? Oh, shit. Shit. Where was the dagger? Whoa, I don't remember. Where is it? It's not this one. Not this one. Shit, lantern. That's the dagger. This one. Give me this dagger. Shambler. Come here. Come here, fuck. It killed me? No, but I used the dagger. I used the dagger. Yeah, skip this.
What the hell was that?
Okay, let's start by getting any kind of weapon.
Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
It's just a defensive thingy. Give me the Cthulhu dagger. This. What do I do with it? Okay, it just kills me. Oh, I have an idea. While the shambler chases us, we go around and we slash. Run away, Mr. Moon Ignite. We're gonna slash the painting, the shambler painting with the knife, with the dagger. Where's the dagger? It's a special one. No. This one.
Yeah, maybe I can use this dagger.
Where's the shambler? Oh shit. Shit! No! Destroy the painting. Yes! What? Okay. We may need to do it in a sneaking way.
What the hell was that?
Also could be the wrong dagger. Shh, I'm not here. Play this Cthulhu dagger.
Maybe I can use this dagger.
Let's hear shit. Where's the closet? Oh, there it is. What if it sees me going into the closet? Of course it did. Grrrr. And that's why I don't play horror games usually.
What the hell was that? Maybe I can use this dagger.
Okay. I have to find a way to sneak past that thing. God. Okay, it's there. Now, we have to go here and destroy the painting.
Damn it! This dagger.
Now we have to get the specific dagger. And we need that. We need... No, not this one. Is that one? Oh shit! No. No. Leave me alone, Shambler. I'm looking for a specific dagger. You wouldn't understand. You don't know anything about art. This one.
This dagger looks different.
Fucking, it chases me. Turn off the lights. I'll lose the shit. Okay. Thank God we have music cues. Let's see if you like this one. Yes! Boy, Shambler. I bet you officially is jackals. Oh no, he's dragging me inside. Stab him with the dagger, yes! Monster guy, I like your guts. Yeah, go back in, you disgusting, stinky stink. Oh no! What happened to us?
What's the matter with you?
Oh yeah, madness.
Don't tell me that you're going crazy too.
He's morbing.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more
Every day I
interesting?
wake up, then I start to break up. The painting was cursed. I attacked by a creature.
Sanders was right. This painting is cursed.
What are you talking about?
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
What?
You knew. You knew about the beast.
Between what Irene told me and what I read in Sanders' library, I preferred to be cautious. You seem pretty keen to go it alone. At worst, you would have confirmed my fears. At best, you would have cleared the way to my merchandise. Thank you, Detective. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
Oh, alright.
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
Oh, now that's interesting. We should talk to Drake and you give me this information free of charge.
It's not your style to give me free information like that.
Take it as payment for being
Lonely
my
is the man
canary.
without love.
A simple trade-off. Now go see your antique seller. I still got things to settle with Irene.
Pizza never leaves. Yes. Oh, I want pizza now. What if you got pizza in the fridge? Why are you crying? What? What happened, Irene? Okay, chapter 7. Nameless bookstore. Oh, there isn't a Lovecraftian story without a bookstore. It's just a part of the... Oh my god, I almost forgot to put our squid friend. Where is it? Squid. Let's put this one this time. A different squid. Squid. It's so cute. To the bookstore. Oh, there's been a murder inside. Of course. Luckily, we are detective number 1. Inspect the bookstore. Oh,
Where's
I will.
the bookseller?
Hmm.
An old diary.
The pastor declared himself to be a prophet. He renowned God and worshipped a strange pagan entity with a monstrous appearance. His wife tried to reason with her husband, but in vain. He was convinced that he must listen to his voice, this voice in his head, because it holds the truth. I love these books. After Pentiment, I really learned to appreciate books. After Pippi Slayer, I kind of learned to appreciate chess. What's going on here? Who's winning? Look at that board. What's the angle here? Well, it has to be here, right? Otherwise the pawns cannot be in that kind of form. They have to be here. So the black king didn't move. The white queen is like in the middle. There's a bishop next to her. How does white win in one move? Where's the white king? Where's the white king? I'm just saying, there is no white king on the board. Maybe black has already won. What is that goblet? And that skull, look at that. Chess is still so hard, yeah. History of Darkwater. 19th century American whaling industry. Well, we don't need to know too much about Darkwater. It's a weird island. Chess is hard. I'm glad that Pippi Slayer did not give me easy life. She went all out. It was a brutal 4 games? We did 4 games, I think? Very brutal. Can't believe I won once.
What happened here?
Can't believe I won it all. Hello. Who's this one? What is she holding? Why is there whispers when I stand next to her? That is creepy. Listen. That is really creepy. Hello.
A strange amulet. I have a feeling I better not touch it.
Shape of a large dog. I don't know what it represents. Might find it more searching the bookstore. That's a more medicine book. Proof of medicine abilities. Let's see what's going on here.
Let's start over. Where did they break in from? This burglar seems to be rather clumsy.
Hmm. Oh, we can explode the entire shop.
What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene? What killed all these animals?
What are these? Are these rats? Oh, these are roaches. Or cicadas. And he left a crowbar.
What happened that made the burglar flee before
Oh,
finishing
what
his
is that
work?
behind the painting? Hello?
What the? Charles Hawkins? Looks like the symbol rejected Hawkins. Where did I see it?
What?
What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess? Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe.
There's a huge book that they put in the safe. And only Sarah could open that. I missed some of your stream. Nah, don't worry about it.
Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here.
You're here now.
Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
That's why we have the VODs, you know? But who is that guy? That's the book salesperson, I think. Sarah Hawkins, she was here. She put a book. Why did the book salesman? What did he sell? Why did they say he sold? Oh, the dagger. The dagger that ruined the painting. Right, the dagger. Anything else here? I think we're done with that. It was dinner time. Eating is important. Eating is super important. Oh, what's this?
Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams.
Practical work written by Sigmund
It's the
Freud.
work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century.
A very famous book about dreams. Darkwater history again. Okay. We got some master points, I think. We got 2. We want... Oh, we didn't save last time. Wait, enter. Yes. We just didn't save when we used the points. A weird system.
Arkham editions. Never heard of them.
Written by Hermas Trismegistus, translated and edited. What is that? Arkham Anthology.
How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham editions. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham editions. Arkham editions.
Azathoth and Other Horrors.
How many volumes are
The
there in
Key
this
of
collection?
Solomon.
Another volume by
The Prophecies.
Arkham editions. How many volumes are there in this collection?
Masta di Requiem per Shugai. It's all Lovecraftian
Another volume
stuff.
by Arkham editions.
Oira Linda.
Arkham editions.
Things that should not be.
How many volumes are there? in this
Corpus
collection?
Hermeticum.
Another volume by Arkham
Isis
editions.
Unveiled. It's all Lovecraftian stuff.
The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's theosophical movement. Its followers place truth
It's
on
having
the
a
same
nameless
footing as a
bookstore in
religion.
Darkwater could be a much faker irrefutable proof that Blavatsky's sincerity. Oh, we learn more about occultism because of that. I love that. Hello there. Would you read the book? Yes.
What does this strange book contain? This book contains unholy knowledge.
Oh, it's another Malleus Bestiarum. Collection catalog classified creature that I've never heard of. Divinities from the stars. Creatures capable of traveling from one dimension to another. It represents itself as a reference work. Right? It represents itself as a reference work on the bestiary of the myth without giving details on the mythology which it refers. Its pages are covered in phantasmagorial illustrations. Move that here. What is that? Hello, more books.
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide.
Or more
I should
cylinders.
perhaps listen to them.
So we need to listen to these as well.
Arkham editions. Never heard of them.
Now let's go to the safe. More medicine books. Oh wait, we got.
What link did he find between Charles Hawkins
This key
and an
that bears the
old
Elder
amulet?
Sign is the only one able to protect your psyche. Key of Relier. It is a form of cylindrical medallion hanging in the end of a heavy chain. Hundreds of years ago, the star and branch, whose purpose is to push back the force of the great old ones, were engraved on its center. Everything points to it being Charles Hawkins, that tore it from the last owner. An Egyptian antique dealer, impressed cutting the mention of the misdemeanor. The date of the robbery coincides with the last Hawkins trips to the Cairo. It remains to be seen whether he knows of the true purpose of the artifact to try to find it.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills?
Seems so. Oh, secret
Drake
letter.
left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
If somebody finds these memoirs, there will be no doubt that I am in serious trouble. My last and only hope is that my body and bones are still in this plane of reality, in order that they be recovered and burned. The funeral urn must be given to my dear mother if she is still in this world. The following message is of capital importance. Whoever reads these lines and demonstrates acuity as sharp as mine can hope to gain access to my most precious possession. It lies within my safe, and the clues to the combination are to be found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combined in a Greek world. Each cylinder is numbered, even if, as a celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason, but this order is the delight of the imagination. Indeed, despite my preferences for organized chaos, I must admit that reason usually prevails in the end. If by chance a person, or should I say a genius, wants to match my intellect and find the combination of this safe, I would ask that they deliver its content into the safekeeping of my friend and colleague, Professor Armitage of Miskatonic University. The content of this safe is not only a vast digest of knowledge, but also a weapon that is far too dangerous for it to fall into the wrong hands. I hope that you will be able to appreciate the danger that this represents, and that you will act accordingly. In any event, I will neither be there to guide you nor to suffer from your actions. I think we have the 3 cylinders. Just need to know what the numbers are. How do we spin this? Oh, up and down, I see. Top 1% of chatters. Yeah, chat. Right stuff. I just saw that I'm in top 1% chatters of Iron Mouse. It's kind of cool. Although I didn't watch her in like 4 months. Jay, give me the... Where's the cylinders? Sanity, case, clues, inventory. Cylinder, dark cylinder 1. Cylinder means to be listened by using a phonograph found in a nameless bookstore. The message, although obscure, might contain important information. So we need a phonograph.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
Can we go back to what's her name's house? No, we can't leave. And I don't see a phonograph here. Thank you, Minolta, for the hydrate. Good water, thank you. Muchas gracias. Now we don't have a phonograph. How are we supposed to open the safe? Unless if there is a phonograph and we don't know where. What is that?
A kind of chalice.
Goblet seems very ancient. It seems to be made of gold and decorated with real precious stones. The rubies and sapphire make a specific motif. We couldn't interact with it earlier. Oh, there is a phonograph. Cylinder number 1.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secret.
The Grail?
The chalice of knowledge.
The Grail. The goblet seems to be very ancient. It seems to be made of gold and real precious gems. The rubies and sapphire make a specific motif. Rubies and sapphire. 1, 2, 3, 4. I would assume we need to get a number out of it. Another hydrate? Okay. Thank you. We are bouncing to be safe in accordance to OSHA rules. Yes. Bounce well on the trampoline. Why is there an X here which cracks? 1, 2, 3. Maybe it's like a 3 because there's in a triangle shape. I don't see a number here or something. Maybe the handles is number 8. Goblet. Let's listen to the next one.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the
Chess.
chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
So our white queen means that we count the white pieces, right? Where am I going? Chessboard.
The queen has little protection.
1, 2, 3, 4. I would guess it's 4. I guess the 2 is... The second one is 4. If this is 4, let's listen again to the third recording. Where was it? Where's the gramophone? The phonophone? The thingy. Wait. Where's the phonophone? It's such a small store. How am I not finding where the things are? Oh my god, it's the same room of the chess pieces. What the hell?
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me.
Arkham books.
Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
Volume 9.
Drake talked about a particular volume.
Collection of poems by Edward Pickman Derby, also known as the Nightmare Lyrics. This collection of poems was sensationally received when first published in 1908. Derby was only 18 years old. Its volume is part of the Arkham Anthology, a luxurious collection of treatises and works on esotericism and the supernatural. I would guess the code would be 9. I don't know what the last one is, though. What's good about safes that you can just crack it open? No. Each letter is numbered. Wait, the following message is of capital importance. Whoever read these lines, the clues, life. Each letter is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason. This order is the light of imagination. Indeed, despite my preference for organized chaos, I must admit that reason usually prevails in the end. Order is the pleasure of reason, but this order is the delight of imagination. If by chance a person chooses genes were to match my intellect and the combination of the safe, I would ask to deliver it content I don't care about. I need to know how to open it. My last know that the bones are the final urn given to my mother. The following message is of capital importance. Whoever reads these lines, demonstrate acuity as sharp as mine, can hope to gain access to the most precious possession. It lies within my safe, and the clues are found in 3 cylinders. Each cylinder is numbered. Even if the celebrated author says order is the pleasure of reason, this order is my delight of imagination. How do I know what the order is, though? listen to them again for a moment.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed.
Oh,
set
red
in
drops.
Divine gold. And these red drops.
Red
like
drops.
precious stones lie
Red drops.
The chalice of knowledge.
1, 2. Okay. Since from the crack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 red rocks. It has to be 5. Is it 5, 4, 9?
I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
It doesn't open. What if it's 5? The order is different. What if it's 5, 9, 4? What if it's 9? Nine, 4, 5. What if it's 9, 5, 4? Lastly, we can start with 4, 5, 9, and 4, 9. Well, it didn't work, so obviously something is wrong here. Nom nom.
And these red drops, like precious
We have
stones,
5
lie
red
fixed,
drops.
set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
I really think that it's this one has to be 5.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my
What if it's
apprehension grows.
accept the queen?
We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
What if it accept the queen? The soldiers standing accept the queen. Those who protect the queen.
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
So I'd say something like 539. Five, 3, 9. Oh, it worked. That's a cool book. Well, chapter 8. Riverside Institute. No, we're back at the Institute? No. Not again. We did everything we could to leave this place. This place of madness. Now we gotta go back. Back into the madness. Of this place of madness. And a very long loading time. So long, it makes you actually mad. You actually go mad with waiting for the loading time. A book covered in human skin lay inside. Irresistibly attracted the detective. When he opened it, his mind was projected into another body. Do you have an SSD? Yes. Yes, this is with an
This man's
SSD.
condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient.
Hey, Off the
after
Wisp,
all.
hello.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course.
I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden.
Hey, we're
We'll
Dr.
take care
Colden.
of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
Summon
Very
the
well.
patients.
I'll examine him.
Wait, that's us? Wait. We... Okay, okay, listen. In chapter 4 or 5 something, we played the person in the hospital, and Dr. Colden was the girl that appeared out of nowhere, and now we are Dr. Colden, and this is us, I think.
His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out.
Book covered in human skin, yeah.
He's
intriguing.
totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin. Tender at the touch. Slightly sticky.
Ugh.
30-year-old subject. Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this
Necrosed palpebral tissues. Say that. Say it once.
severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body.
A what?
So, Doctor,
A what?
an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that.
Eating berries they got
You're
home.
our most
Mm.
worthy doctor. After
No
Dr.
place like
Fuller.
home.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
A foreign body doesn't sound
What
good.
did you find?
He has something in his
Did you
belly.
examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't
Can't you
leave a trace.
recognize an edema, nurse?
And look at these bumps.
It's
Look
not
at
like he could be pregnant.
These bumps.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there.
What if he's
We should
pregnant with
operate on him at once.
a creature?
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth. In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips.
Look at these nuts.
What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed
Welcome
him
back, Nana.
earlier,
He seemed to feel better?
yes, like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms
No,
are
I'm
not
not
those
sus.
usually
No.
associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world.
I'm not saying
all
this
right,
is aliens, but
but his body is undergoing
Aliens.
unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
I know Dr. Fuller is coming.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear
Oh, they're
Marie.
fighting.
I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients. Provide him with the best available
I like when
care.
Mimic is being
Your
sus.
imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
The patient. Also, Nana, it's been more than 20 minutes. Nobody told me what you said. Hibiki said that I can't look for 20 minutes. Now I don't remember. I can't find it when I scroll up.
These are alarming symptoms. If we don't act, he'll
Elton
die.
John and Lenin.
Do you believe that? I'm not as convinced.
Did you
see.
believe in
I
love?
even
Love.
think this man has a strong chance of completely healing from his ailments.
No, Doctor. This patient isn't himself anymore. He's dying.
Really? What do you mean by
Oh my god.
isn't himself?
He's changing. His physical characteristics, they are more animal than human.
Specifically squid.
Fascinating. An animal, you say?
He becomes
To
Squidward.
be more precise, cephalopod, perhaps.
Nah.
This amuses me.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor.
Tamlin Flynn
It's
became a
your
tailor.
innocent worries
and
for
not
his
a
mind
revolutionary.
that have you overreacting?
For this man and the others whose
It looks like a
medical
very
files you've been
thin
hiding.
Dr. Eggman as
I
well.
have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their
With
life,
beard.
but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
It
What
was
is
a
this?
warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his.
Nothing interesting.
If I continue to protest,
No.
I
Chat,
will only ruin
Minolta.
my reputation and
What did Nana
career.
say?
It's scandalous.
What did he say? I want to
Can't we
know.
do
I'm
anything?
curious.
Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Evidence of her crimes. Hidden files or proof. Nobody mentioned crimes for now. Stay out of this. You know what? Do I tell the nurse stay out of this?
Don't you get involved in this.
Yeah.
You've done enough
Stay away,
already.
nurse. It's not your deal.
But doctor, this man is dying.
There's nothing we can do about it. He's in the hands of Dr. Fuller. Do you wish to end up like Elizabeth? With a diploma from Nightingale and the chores of a cleaning lady?
No, you're right.
Let me do my own investigation.
I'll do it.
It's time I found those missing files.
And where would you find those? In his office. What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
I'll never be caught.
Of course, doctor.
Nana sent the full script for
You can count
Shrek
on
2.
me. I'll keep Mum.
Why? Why not Shrek 1, Nana? Why Shrek 2?
An unknown medicine. Judging by the other ones, it causes heavy side effects.
Where are we? That looks like well, it's the Darkwater, the island. Kinda looks like next to the mansion. Is that where the hospital is? I'm not sure that's us. I don't know. We're playing the nurse now. Not nurse, sorry, doctor. Dr. Colden. Colden? Something.
Hay fever. What's he doing here?
Oh, just looking at this fireplace makes me feel good.
Ah, the whaling station.
Yes.
What's wrong with me?
What are you talking about?
Doctor, that you?
Yes, it's Dr. Colden. Tell me what happened.
It's the old whaling station. See?
What did you see there?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten and I fell straight through.
And that's how you broke your back.
Perhaps. No idea. Passed out.
No, I don't think he's... What is that?
He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
Okay, I don't think he's important to our case. What's this?
She recently came back from the surgical block. She's stable.
Ah,
Given
no.
her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to save her kidney.
So Fuller is really a magical doctor. Sanitary here is terrible. Can I climb? No, what about this? Empty. What about this?
What is the boiler room key doing here? The key to the boiler room.
Take it, just in
Not where I
case.
expected to find it. Another insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble.
Eminent Bell, never seen this game before. Looks interesting. I love detective games. We play a detective. And it's a Lovecraftian game, so there's a lot of going crazy and madness. And right now, we happen to not be the detective. We are now a doctor. And I have no idea why or how. What the hell is going on?
Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I'm going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination. His binds left bloody wounds.
That doesn't look normal at all. The wounds.
He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding.
Ugh.
White froth, evidently because of such drooling.
So, Doctor, what should we do with this patient?
Mistreated, I don't know what more.
You did
taking
good
care.
work. The tranquilizer is kicked in. Now you can disinfect and bandage his wounds.
Thank you, Doctor. And as to his weight loss?
I'll prescribe an antifungal treatment for his dysgeusia.
Give him some burgers.
In the meantime, feed him intravenously.
It'll be done.
Feed him with your mouth, like a bird. He has to be mouth fed. You must feed him. Hello, sir. I don't want to talk to random people. Wait, that's Bradley, the officer. Hello.
Ethan,
Marie,
what are you doing here?
Ethan?
I'm waiting for my medication, of course. Why?
You're a bad liar. I'll prescribe her something.
Tell me your symptoms.
I have headaches. And I can't sleep.
Do you suffer from insomnia?
No. Look. I don't want you to laugh at me.
Ethan, if you don't trust me, then who?
I have nightmares. They keep me awake every night. It seems stupid, I know, but they're terrible.
Actually, you're not the only one.
No. No one has ever seen the things I see. It's like I'm turning mad.
Just tired,
So many people have this affliction. It's like an epidemic.
One of the best detective games. L.A.
Think it
Noire.
might be related to Fuller's work?
I really like
I don't know yet.
Disco
but I will
Elysium.
figure all this out.
But Disco Elysium
Everyone in Darkwater is suffering
is a
from
novel,
nightmares.
basically. 1 million
Really?
words.
We don't have any medication left.
It's like reading the entire Harry Potter series.
There's no excuse then. I should let you work.
Take care, Ethan.
If you love going
You
into
too,
a
Marie.
book of a game, and Disco Elysium is amazing. It's a really hard game to play because of all the very long conversations. The world building is amazing though.
Dr. Colden.
Hello.
In theory, this is where we hang the key to the boiler room. In theory, Dr. Fuller always keeps his key with him.
Dr. Colden, we need you at once in Dormitory B.
What happened?
What is the problem?
Mr. Evans seems to be having trouble with his IV.
I'll see to it right away.
Rockstar
And
Games.
the family of Mrs. Harding is asking to see her medical file.
I'll never understand why it's so hard to see patients' files around here.
Rules are rules. See, with Dr. Fuller, he's in charge. Anyhow, they're still waiting, and I don't think they'll leave until they get what they want.
Understood. Anything else?
As a matter of fact, yes. A man has been brought up from the basement.
I saw him, yes. It's always the same thing. They bring them up, without any explanation, with a multitude of self-inflicted injuries. We take care of the wounds, and then they leave. Each time, I feel like I'm sending them back to hell.
Their affliction is not our responsibility. You cannot save everybody, Doctor.
I'm kind of intrigued by the basement now.
This man, Edward Pierce, his file is incomplete.
That's us.
What did Fuller do to him?
That's. That's the protagonist, Edward Pierce. Edward Pierce. Why did we change into Colden? The final strategy incomplete. And the details of treatment that is not given, it does not respect the standard practice. What happened to Pierce? To us?
Sorry, but nobody can take anything until I finish the inventory.
You just look.
Please, the few.
Fine. Who's that? It's Popeye the Sailor Man.
The
Locked.
operating room is never accessible after an operation.
Hmm.
Let's hope I can go through the administration office.
Thomas Fuller, MD.
Let's hope I can go through the administration office.
No, you can't go in. And they say that he takes the key with him. We can access it from here. Reference book of medicine, sciences, okay.
I have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find— Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going?
What? I work
Dr.
here.
Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office.
What?
But rest assured, I'll tell him you came by.
That won't be necessary. Thank you.
I will tell him, nonetheless.
Oh my god, she's an asshole. Oh, she's an asshole. Oh my god, I hate her. I mean, she's doing her.
Where do you think you're going?
She's doing her job.
Dr.
No, yeah, I get it. I get it. Distract Donovan. How do we get rid of her? Okay, what if we talk to some of the crazy people?
Where did my fiance go? I hope those nutcases will stop burning
Maybe
her.
cause a rocket somehow.
I don't get why they have us waiting so long. Almost no patients here.
It's a quiet little town. Days go by, steady as ever.
Yeah.
I wanted more for myself, but...
What about... There's the... Not him. Oh, wait. Where's the... There was another patient here. There was a woman. Here. What the hell? Am I in the wrong place?
Intoxication from breathing organic vapors.
Hey, that's...
Why did nobody tell me about her admission?
Irene Sanders. Describe the state in which Irene Sanders affected Riverside Institute as well as treatment administered to her. Fuller added a handwritten note and recommended to take her down to the psychiatric wing in order to provide her with the quiet and rest that she needs. What? Why is she here?
Mrs. Sanders?
What is she doing here?
Doctor, please. My chest. Oh.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation. Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you. He's in your hands.
But that's not the nurse that we want to get rid of. What were you two?
Gentlemen, may I help you?
We're waiting on news regarding our mother, Maureen Harding. She came in with a kidney problem, but we haven't heard anything since.
I've tended to her, and I have good news. Her blood analysis is reassuring. Her kidneys are as new.
Are you talking about the same person? This is miraculous.
She's still recovering, but you may speak to her upon her awakening.
Oh, thank you so much, Doctor. We'll wait for her to wake up. We've been here since this morning, so it won't make a difference.
Okay. Kitchen. Makes me hungry. Look at that empty big pot. All the soup and hospital food.
Patients and hospital personnel eat the same food.
Surprise, surprise. What is that giant spoon? Hello?
Watch out for the water, Doctor.
Can I go in to pee? Can I pee?
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw this guy.
Medicine.
She's alone in the
Welcome back.
again.
How was dinner?
She still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan.
Oh,
We are
listen
now.
to the way you talk, you naughty girl.
You naughty girl.
And the answer is no.
Hospital food can be quite good. Oh, that's the boiler room.
I don't have any business in the boiler room.
Okay, well we know where the key is.
And just wait and see the next time.
Bathroom man. I guess this is the woman then.
Real show.
No? We can go to the man bathroom. Ooh.
What a pest. It's so unfair.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly. It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
What did you eat, Ashbourne? How was dinner? Hello.
Elizabeth? You alright? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
Bother Miss Donovan.
Come now. Don't let that witch sap your morale. We're lacking in qualified personnel and she knows it. Her petty punishments won't last forever.
We can stop the water.
I'm trying, Doctor. I'm trying.
And she will go and distract Donovan.
Sometimes I imagine she shuts down the water herself, just for the pleasure of harassing me.
Her time is much too precious for these kind of petty games.
Anyway, I've learned my lesson.
Pad Thai. No
I'll
peanuts.
hold my tongue next time.
Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
I don't want to do it to Elizabeth. What we do need to cut off the water.
It's temperamental, if I
To
understand
cut off the water, we need to go through this pipe. Probably the boiler room. Yep, the boiler room.
The door to the boiler room is locked.
Okay, the
Where
key.
did I see that key?
The key was.
Yes, the office in Block B.
The key was at Block B. Yes. Where's the office? This. Here. Yes.
The key to the boiler room. All I have to do is shut off the water and hope Donovan takes the bait.
Pretty horrible to do it to the nurse, but we have to.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the
Administration is.
What a pest.
Wait. A walnut because they tough to crack. I fear a nut. I would be a walnut as well because it looks like a brain. They're smart. The smartest nut. What about you, Chet? Which nut would you be? Come on. No.
I can't shut this with my bare hands. I need a tool.
Oh, I've seen a crowbar. Can't we use one of these? Will a crowbar help us? Where do we see a crowbar? Find a tool. Can't we use one of these? Oh, what about the guy in the bathroom? I think it's important to ask the people these kind of things. Yes, it is. It is. It's very important. You need to know that kind of stuff.
We're running out of this medicine.
I know, Doctor. We sent the purchase order, though. but
Chestnut,
Mrs.
almond,
Donovan
cashew,
refused it.
peanuts, coconuts.
Once again.
Also nut, yes.
Can't you do anything?
Also Brazilian
Donovan
nuts
takes
are really
her
good.
instructions directly from Dr. Fuller. I'm afraid I can do nothing about it for the moment.
What's this?
We've been waiting to be restocked for weeks. The doses prescribed by Fuller are far too high.
It seems like Fuller is a crazy all-out doctor. He doesn't really care about the patients, just going all out. Pistachios. I love pecans as well. Where's the... Is she smoking? In the freaking kitchen? I can't believe she's smoking in the kitchen. Wait, that's the storage room. Yeah. We have a tool here. Or something. Where's the small bathroom?
The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
Not fancy, sophisticated. Believe me, it's such a good time, that game. Also, what nut would you be? Pecans. Peanuts or coconuts? Oh, coconuts, that's big. Allergic to the rest. So inside the Nana is a part of the bourgeois. Nana is gonna be a nanat. A cute nanat.
The operating room is never accessible after an operation.
Diphtheria is deadly. Immunization is a safeguard. Ask your local council office of a welfare center and have happy babies. Nanat, very cool, bruh. No one says coconuts. What? What do you mean? Hispanic so wait, I'm Israeli, we say coconuts. How would you say? What do you mean nobody says coconuts? Then what do you say? Even though coconut isn't quite the type of a nut, I figured I said. Wait, what? Wait. What do you mean nobody says coconut? What do you mean no one ever says coconut? Oh, you mean no one says coconut in the what kind of nut are you? Oh yeah, that's a very original answer. I love it. A nutmeg also works. And look, another way to put the name together of other stuff. I love it. I love it. Now, where the hell is the bathroom? Is it here? Oh, we closed the door. That's why. I knew it. I knew we would find a wrench here. I knew it. Oh my god. My senses. Where's the boiler room? Where's the freaking pipe? I knew it. Oh my god. My hunches are so good today. I knew it. Boiler room. I got the wrench. Use the tool. You still have all the coconut trees and mango trees and banana trees and the pine trees at PR. Palm trees.
I feel guilty about Elizabeth.
Yeah, me too.
But I need the diversion.
Quite similar. Meat inside and water. Just like us. Meat and water. Nutmeg is also very unique. People usually pick the typical assortment of nuts. Yeah, I would always go walnuts. When I was a kid, walnuts were a bit more rare to get. Now, my great-grandfather breaking them apart with his machete. I almost read mustache. I'm like, what? He broke coconuts with his mustache. That's amazing. Now, where's Dr. Fuller's office again? No? From here. What? She's still here. No. You don't always talk to her. Tell her the water stopped. And a deadly look she has. So we need to go back to the bathroom. Quite a strong mustache. I honestly would live with a strong mustache.
Dr. Colden?
I'm not the one who's cold here, my god. bathroom. I feel like Chuck Norris could break his coconuts with
It's
mustache.
temperamental, if I understand correctly.
Hey, lady.
Dr. Colden,
No
might
water.
there be a problem with the water?
I was about to mention it. It seems it's been cut off yet again.
Oh my god.
I can't take this,
Who did that?
Marie. I feel I'm gonna
It's
burst.
nasty.
It's not your fault if we have defective plumbing.
And yet, I'm the one who gets punished because I'm gonna have to square
Popcorn.
off with that annoying old witch.
Oh, we're gonna have fun then.
Courage, Elizabeth. Here we go. And hold your tongue this time.
Do it. Be courageous, Elizabeth. Now, you know, we're just gonna follow her. We're just gonna follow her. Where is she going? What? There's a shortcut from here? Oh, that was smart following her. Hello there. What is that shortcut? Where are we?
Mrs. Donovan?
I'm busy. Elizabeth, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. But it's about the water.
What now?
It's off. It's not my fault.
Nothing is
Bye.
ever your fault. I told you to control the flow, even if I know it's not your strong point.
I've apologized 1,000 times.
Oh wait, that's not the place we need
I
to go.
haven't counted that many.
Wait.
But then, unlike you, I don't have time to keep track.
Please, Mrs. Donovan. I'm grateful to you for having kept me on despite that incident. I just need the water to be put back on. Otherwise, the bathroom will quickly become a nest of germs.
Where's the office that we need?
Very well. I'll finish what I'm doing, and then I'll fix your blunders once more.
Thank you, ma'am.
Out of my sight. Go chatter with your colleagues. That's what you do best.
Why am I confused? Where am I? That's not... Well, now she's doing inventory. So she's in a different place. Oh, that's the office.
At last. The missing files must be
Got
hidden
it.
here.
Very important question. Best of luck. That woman sounds like my boss. They did give her this very bossy
I
sound.
should go another way.
Also an annoying voice. Like they gave her... The voice actress did the most.
Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle.
Oh? Oh? Oh.
I've unlocked something.
Ta-da!
Patient files.
Cylinder was hidden in the
I was
Fuller's
right.
office. Where did we see a phonophone? Oh, there's one. Perfect. That's very convenient.
Conclusions. Session number 17. Patient? Sarah Hawkins.
Oh?
The patient appears to have finally accepted the illusory nature of what she calls...
This finger belonged to a woman. Why keep it here?
Finger in a
Goes
jar?
without saying that these peculiar delusions are the price that comes with her exceptional gifts.
Why is Ethan on medication? Why does Dr. Fuller write psychological reports about Sarah Hawkins?
At first, I presumed that her blood was the key.
Hospitals always keep weird things in a jar.
But I found nothing to explain Mrs. Hawkins' abilities.
So he's talking about her abilities to draw the paintings that are cursed.
The poor souls downstairs are not Fuller's only subjects.
You know, kitchens also put things in a jar. Jams, pickles,
Irate that Charles was keeping secrets from him.
pickled things. Pickled Rick.
I presume that he will try to break into the basement sooner or later.
Later. Sooner or later.
I am prepared.
Why is there a shoe in the drawer?
Hawkins, Fitzroy, and Fuller. What is the connection between these three?
It's fortunate that I had the presence of mind to set the morgue in the basement. When
Set
all
the
fuss
morgue.
about the Hawkins incident finally comes to an end, I will dispose of her belongings.
A jar of dirt! Captain Jack Sparrow, I got a jar of dirt! Best part of the movies.
In plain sight.
The jar of dirt. I got a jar of dirt.
Of course. Sarah Hawkins is the connection.
Oh, that's the shoe that was missing when we found her, the burnt house. Why did he leave? Why did he take her shoe?
I must go back to the basement.
Back to the basement? We weren't at the basement even once. Okay, how do we get to the basement?
I should go another way.
Everything is locked. I love the fell, even though it was a funny blooper. I love the third movie of Pirates of the Caribbean. Was so freaking good. I loved it. To the basement in the morgue. See the morgue. Oh, that's not a fun place to be at. Why would you go to a basement of a hospital? That is like, ugh, the worst. Oh no. Why is there blood here? Oh wait, this is where... Well, what? Dr. Fuller? What?
Ah,
hello?
now that's the Marie that I know. I knew I could count on your scientific curiosity. It's time to show you what you were so eager to discover.
Oh! The fuck? What the hell, man?
If you're gonna shoot me, at least have the decency to look me in the eyes.
Turn around. Slowly.
Is that the shopkeeper? The book shopkeeper.
Talk, filthy thief! Or I swear I'll shoot.
Take a minute to look around. Everything points to Charles Hawkins.
He's dead.
No. He was here for a very specific item.
Oh.
I'm not sure
No.
she's dead. Maybe
The
she's...
book. Why was it in the safe?
She was...
Have you read it?
Answer the question.
put to sleep?
How foolish of you. Now you won't be able to escape his will. What did it show you?
What? Oh, I'm not master of occult. Marie called
She
him.
went into Fuller's office. She was looking for Sarah Hawkins' corpse.
Sarah Hawkins, you say? Let's go back to the start, shall we? Whose life did the Necronomicon choose to show you?
That's the Necronomicon.
She was at the Riverside Institute. She's in danger. I have to go.
Wait. No one knows the occult better than me. You might need my help.
Do we take him? You know what? Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's get an assistant.
I might need you after all.
Yes.
Perfect. Let's meet later at the Hawkins mansion. Now go. Rescue the doctor.
Thank you, Drake.
So we got a shopkeeper assistant. Yeah, look at our ancient car. Bro! Bro! Honestly, I would avoid the real morgue. Has a lot of dead air. Give us another. Give it us, Ashbourne. Oh, the loading screen loads. Oh, Nana is not ready? Okay, then don't give us. We have to wait for Nana to be ready for it. Also, Ashborn, you know that earlier today, Nana said I'm hot? Nana says things, I agree. That would be too scary.
I pray that Colden is really here.
I was there,
and
I agree.
alive.
We had a good looking mirror. Oh my god. And she did say it? I was just randomly saying stuff. Thank you for proving it, for confirming. What is that? Diaries of Pastor's Wife, Volume 1. A diary of Reverend Wickwood's wife, her husband John, built in the first Hawkins home called Hilltop at the end of the 17th century. They were among the first white colonists of the island. The previous inhabitants disappeared mysteriously 3 centuries later.
Old diary.
Okay. Oh, we got our trusty lantern again, thank you. Would you read the book? Read a book. Yes. Bestiarium Volume 3. This will affect your destiny. It's true, make you really handsome and hot. Oh my god! The compliments, I can't. It's too much. Tarot card. Minolta. Scoobert Dubert. Your tarot card is the 7 of Chalices, or the 7 of Cups, the cards of fantasy, and many, many options. And the card calls you to focus and find the real thing that you're looking for, and not all the crazy options. Find something real within you. Also, oh, that's not enough to master. Let's go with that. By the occult, we almost fine. We almost mastered that. It's pretty amazing. Why is our medicine so bad? Hello?
How old is Fuller, really?
1849? Like he can't age. Locked.
What the? Fuller, too.
Sleeping pills.
Right. Enough time wasted.
So Dr. Colden has been
needs me.
injected with
I must
something.
find her.
We need to find her.
Best thing. You know how he hates to be interrupted.
You know, I would assume she's down in the basement. Right? And everything locked. What? What happened? Oh shit, not that thing. What?
My god. What is happening to me? What was that? It's as if I'd been transported somewhere else.
What? What is happening? What the hell? Shambler appeared out of nowhere. We destroyed the painting. Why is this Shambler still here? And we go here, we teleport back. What the hell is going on? I guess this one is bricked. So we need to go down there, but we can't. Maybe, wait, this is connected to this? What? The hell is happening? I'm collecting these?
What happened?
What?
Something has changed, but what?
The hell is happening? Wait, was there something here? No. Oh, the door is locked with the seals. Wait, I can open it. It's just marked. Why is the door marked though? What's the markings? What are the markings for? We can't go here. Oh, now we open this path. Increase lamp brightness. Okay. So I think we need another lamp. Can we use this? Actually, oh, thank you for the irate. They managed to get it pretty good now. Oh, this is intense. No, that's a bathroom. Okay. We got in through here, right? We got into this place. Then we brightened the lamp. What is that? No. Why is it so dark? Why I think we died. Maybe the lamp is like our lifeline or something. Door is still open. No, we opened this area, I think. What if we just go in here? Oh, lamp. Lamp. Okay. I got a lamp. Now we have this lamp. Open this door. Now that we open this door, we go back to the green lamp. Right? Yeah, we go. This game reminds me of Metro 2033. I didn't play Mimic. Rated Clannad and Clannad After Story both 8. Yeah, maybe I should watch them again. I don't know. I think I missed the point. Maybe. Where's the... Which door did I open? No, not this one. This one. That's the door we opened. We just go in here. Oh, this doesn't look good.
It is trapped.
Give me this light again. Now we cleaned an area. What is that? Oh, it's just a mark. Okay, okay, okay. Clean something here. So maybe there's a door here somewhere to open. After story spoke. I liked canon a bit more, honestly. Oh wait, after story. Wait. After story was good. I think after story was better than Clannad. I really loved canon 2006, and I think I had too high expectations going into Clannad. But 8 is pretty good. I will watch an 8. That's your destiny, chat. These green markings. You watched the Usagi drop? Yes, I watched and I read the manga. Very beautiful. Very unique and unexpected. Very Japanese as well. Japanese has the concept of unachievable love, like unrealistic love. A good example is all of the androids and robots who fall in love in anime. Would you bathe here? I loved the manga and loved it until the girl went to high school. It was a good twist. Catches you by surprise, off guard. It's what twists are supposed to do. That was a good twist. Although many people didn't like it. It was still a good twist. Maybe too good, you know? Maybe too strong. Riverside Hospital. Some twists are too much. Talking about robot love. Chobits, yes. Oh my god, Chobits was so good. Oh, Minolta, you're bringing me back to the good old days of watching anime for the first time. I watched Chobits lying in bed. I was dealing with depression. And I was just watching Chobits from start to finish. Like, I don't know, 8 hours in a row or something. That was a good day. Oh, what's that? More medication books. Okay, where is the freaking Dr. Colden? I can't go here. I can't use the lamp. Let's go with this lamp. That's the green one, right? Go with the green lamp again. That's bricked. What is that thing? The giant glowy thingy. Okay. What about this thing? We can't. We need to increase the brightness of the lamp. To increase the brightness of the lamp, we go back to the red lamp, right? Let's be honest. Clamp anime are amazing, yes. But Clamp has a tendency to not finish their stuff. They hold many things without finishing them. Is that enough to... Oh, that brightens my... No, it isn't. No. To brighten the lamp, I need to go with this and open the door or something. Did we have access to the kitchen? I don't think we have access to the kitchen. So now we have access to the rest of the hospital. Got it. We need to find a dot that will charge our lamp. Got it with the clamps. Kobato. Ergo Proxy. I didn't watch those, unfortunately. How about this? This is glowing. So maybe we take the... Maybe we take the green lamp here now. I loved Card Capture Sakura, obviously. And I loved Holic as well. XXX Holic. And the manga. That was great. There was a time I bought mangas to my friends. Trying to introduce them to Japanese culture. And I bought Chobits to... Not Chobits. I bought... Holic. XXX Holic to one friend. He said he liked it, but honestly, I don't know if he did. I'm so confused with this place. Let's go back to the green lamp again. How does this door? Green lamp. Give me. This goes here. Oh, what if this shows me where to charge up the lamp? No? I hope so. Didn't know. Unless if it's here. Okay, give me the green lamp again. Can't capture Sakura made you cry. Aw, that's adorable. Ergo Proxy is so confusing, but I like the setting and the art style. I remember looking at some clips from it. It looks so unique, so different. I love different stuff. Chrono Crusade! Oh my god, you brought the classics. One of the first anime I watched, Chrono Crusade, was so good. Although completely different than the manga, I think. Keep going here. Into the kitchen. What? Where does this go? Through this picture. And outside. I can't go outside. Wait, that's not outside. That's the surgery room. Oh, wait. That's the surgery room. Well, we can't go in. We need to find a way to open the access to the surgery room. Give me this lamp again. Now, we are going here through this room and this room. And that's the kitchen. We need to find an access to the surgery room, but we can't. Because it's freaking locked. Fushigi Yugi was also really good. Oh, the classics. I'm afraid of how high my expectations for the animes are. Everyone hyping it up so much. I don't know if I could enjoy it. Yeah, keep your expectations low when you watch a new anime. People sometimes hype stuff too much. Can I get energy from the bucket? From the pot here? Oh, from the toilet? From the lamp? I don't even know where's the light sources? Where are they? Is it... No, we can't access that. There's no freaking light source everywhere. Anywhere. Howl's Moving Castle. Every Ghibli movie. Top tier. But the best one is, by far, Princess Mononoke. Mononoke Hime. Oh, there it is. We can't access it. That's not the one we need, maybe. Oh, that's annoying. There's a light there that we can't access. Man, okay, man. I watched it so many times. Woo! I don't like being stuck on this part too long. There has to be a door that we can open that we didn't open. Or there has to be a light source or something that we can find that we didn't find. Magic Knight, Ray Heart. I didn't watch that. Ray Earth. Oh boy. Okay. I think I scouted the entire area with the red lamp, and there's nothing. Let's try to find something with the green lamp. Has to be something. There's something there. This. We can't access it. We don't have enough light. And he breathes so heavily when we use the stuff, so maybe it's using like his life energy. Let me give Tokyo magnitude 8. Yeah. That was pretty boring. Oh, light gun. I did see Extra Saga. I loved it. Extra Saga was fun. Tokyo Magnitude was, you know, I don't know, too much. I guess the time of watching. Could be that if I watch it today, will be better. I don't get it. I don't get what we're supposed to do. The green leads from here. Maybe there's some stuff here in this room. Oh, this room. Well, we know there is something in this room, but we can't access it. This thing. And you have the lamp for like 3 seconds, then we die. You gave me the red lamp again. If you reply to my question, I didn't hear my internet said goodbye. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I did see Exo Saga. I loved it. It was very fun. Soreva ai janai. Maybe we can sing it tomorrow. Ai wa sore janai. Ta 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 ta. Shite ai janai. There's also a Detective Conan, I did not. Detective Conan has like 4 billion episodes. I'm not gonna watch that. But Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicles, I did watch. I hated every second of it. I did love the manga though. And I love the crossovers with XXXholic. The anime was trash. It was just endless nothing. They tried to milk every second of it. One of the first anime that I watched. Emergency Only. In good old 2005. Well, it wasn't good. Also not that old. We tried the new Elon Musk internet. No, I can't do anything here. What is he? What is he supposed to do, game? Game, give me a hint. Hint kudasai. What? How did I not see this? Come on. Come on, game. I've been traveling here for like 3 hours. And there was a very specific wall that I could go to. This one. Ugh. Ugh. Ooh, blood on the pillow. Gotta get around watching Fruit Basket. It's kinda boring. Rewatch. I would rewatch my favorite anime, Mahojin Guru Guru 2017. Also called Magical Circle Guru Guru. Was it 2017? I loved it so freaking much. Okay, let's bring the green lamp here. So you go left. Here. I see a green lamp. Now. That's the pillow with the blood. Some more blocked rooms. What is that? Found something.
You are confronting powers that surpass you.
Kaleido Star. Interesting, the protagonist is called Sora. Ooh. But there are so many Soras in anime. Oh, that's the office where they, I think. Candle, give me light. So I need to go to the other side of this. Over here. Oh, it's blocked. Oh, ran out of light again. Rewatch Clannad after 10 years. Oh, that could be fun. Rewatching something after like 10 years or I don't know, 50 years. With new eyes. There was something here earlier. Not here anymore. So I think we have to bring the green lamp. Oh, that's the entrance. So I guess, oh, we've been looping. Wait. Oh, that's a different desk. Oh, that is so complicated and confusing. Inuyasha, no. No. Inuyasha is bad. Yu-Gi-Oh was good. Inuyasha bad, Yu-Gi-Oh good. Fight tuberculosis. Obey the rules of health. Alright, Kirara Gunso, oh my god. Kirara Gunso is one of my favorite anime of all time. I love Kirara Gunso so much. There's a VTuber called Ferumi. Ferumi Kaipa. It's kind of inspired by Kirara Gunso. She said she's gonna collab with me multiple times. Still waiting for that. Almost for a month now waiting. I don't think we're ever gonna collab. But it's fine, you know, some people are not ready. Maybe I'm not ready for some people. Can we leave? No? Locked. I watched so many episodes of Kuroro Gunso. I love this. Oh, let's go in here. Whoosh. The bathroom again. And again with the dot we can't access. So I had to watch a new season of anime after I stopped prison. Nanabaka. I didn't watch that, but this season, Urusei Yatsura is phenomenal. Urusei Yatsura, really good remake. Amazing. Every remake should be that. So much love put into it. And what else am I watching this season? Wait. Anime. Let's see. Reiwa Digikarat, obviously. Fumetsu no Anatae, the second season. Mediocre. Bleach. Amazing. Amazing, was worth the wait. And obviously Mob Psycho. Which is gonna finish. Mob Psycho. Probably last season. Because they kind of covered everything from the manga. Why is it so complicated? Just don't get what I'm doing here. We need to reach the other side of this board, right? That's, I think, the logic here. There's only very specific green walls that I can make disappear. And everything is just bricked here. And my light runs out like 2 seconds. Okay, give me the red light. I don't understand the red light. Is that is it just to see the map, I think? So I think that the red light is just so you can see the map or something. two walls here that I can't interact with. Maybe the green is not where we're supposed to go, it just charges the lamp so we don't die in the darkness. Because the darkness here seems very heavy. No, this doesn't really help. No, still die. Tokyo Mew Mew or Jamadori. I didn't watch this, but I did. When I first got access to the internet, I used to watch their opening and ending theme songs. I loved it. It was so Japanese. Like, oh my god, it's anime stuff. I watch anime. Jamadori is so cute. Almost as cute as Nana. There's another one where the girl writes in a book and her little friends make writing drawing comes true. I don't remember that. I have some blurry vision, but not something specific. Okay, back to this lamp. Not worry, Mimic said almost. 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 All of the must. What's going on here? If you follow this, we just reached this room, and there's nothing here but this stupid board. And everything here is, there's nothing here. Okay, I'll try to reach this room with the red lamp. Death Notes. First half of Death Note was really good. Second half, no, let's not talk about it. So we go here to the lamp. Oh, Dodovad headers. No, that's the wrong place. Ugh. We don't go in here. We're done in this room. We're done with this. Again, we start here. We need to find a way to access this area, but we can't. There's nothing in here. There's a dot here, but we can't access it. So we have to go here. Nothing here, nothing here. Nothing in the kitchen. Remember Yandere as being... not being as popular back then. Yeah. Mina Iniki was pretty pog. Mina Iniki was one of the... I didn't like it. It's very disgusting. Not from a bloody point of view, from the character. I know, everyone's so bad and evil. Yeah, since then Yandere became very, very popular. Since especially because of the Yandere simulator game. We reach here, there's nothing here. Oh my god, this section drives me crazy. Maybe like it should. Wait, that's the office. That's the door? Is it here then? I found a freaking door. Let's go. Now I guess we go here. Oh my god, this section is so confusing. And that's how you travel in the hospital, like two different characters. You're supposed to know the map of the hospital by heart now. One of the best, Crayon Shinchan. Hey, Shinchan is good. It's like the Japanese Simpsons. Shinchan won't be finished. Part of the endless anime. Shinchan, Conan, One Piece. The one with the blonde girl that dresses like a man because of her father. Nisekoi? She's a knight? They're not Nisekoi. What else? Tell me what else is in that anime. Ah! Oh my god! Chat! A horror game got me! Ah! I screamed! Holy shit! A horror game got me! Yay! Oh my god, my heart. Woo! We've been gotten. Versalis no bara. Oh my god, please.
It looks like things are back to normal.
Oh, thank god. Oh my head. Oh my god. Well. They got a beautiful scream there. Lucky for you, you're too busy talking about anime than screaming with me. Screaming alone. Where are we going? Oh right, that's where she got the syringe. That's where. Wait. That's not us. Maybe it is? Stretch and posture! You might know the anime with the title though. The Rose of Versailles. No, I don't know both of them. Looks like an endless corridor. Dr. Colden. Where are you? Where are you, Doctor?
What's going on? It never ends.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. No, the anime is quite old. How old is Nana? With all that knowledge of old anime. She like one of those.
Damnation.
That's me.
That's me.
Oh.
Oh god!
You're going crazy! Chat! You're going crazy! Rosario Vampire also. Interesting manga. Oh yeah, we need to find a light source. But there is no light source. Look at the lights. Look at the lamps. Focus on the lamp. Focus on the lamp. Gonna be alright. Focus on the lamps. On the glowing green thingies. Is there an exit here? There are a door? Yes. Colden. Dr. Colden.
Pierce, I found her. I finally know what's going on.
Oh, please tell me.
You must live and
Initial
find the
D.
truth. It is already too late for me.
Versailles Nobara. 2 English titles. Lady Oscar.
Was it a hallucination?
I don't know any of them. You know, wait. I want to see. Versalies Nobara. Oh, that's a really old one. Oh, that's so old. Cute. Cute old. I didn't watch it. Only proves our fluid anise. Oh no, what is it doing to her? No, I feel like her brain is... I feel like her
Please take a
head...
seat and be quiet, Mr. Pierce.
I feel like her head is
I'll be
open.
with you in a moment.
Chat, get ready. I feel like he's...
Stop.
Her brain is open. Definitely.
Turn around now.
No? Oh no. What is happening to her? Is she dead? He's gonna have tentacles. No, she's dead.
No. It can't be.
Colden, no.
No! You son of a bitch! What did you do to her?
I wish I could have done more experiments on you, Mr. Pierce.
I said, what did you do to her?
You shouldn't be sorry for your friend. You should envy her.
Murder! This madness must stop!
Well,
Colden?
She's alive since. Or not. The hell is going on? Minolta. The anime is one of my favorite of all times. Do not forget the name. How dare you forget the name of your favorite anime? Lamp, give me the lamp. Is that a shambler? Or just some wall art? Happens Mimic, I was quite young when I was watching it. I forget all the time. I'm in a painting! It added me. That's kind of creepy. Rats! Legs! And hands. Limbs. Used to search for a childhood favorite game. Searched for it for like 5 years, but now I've found it. And there's even a sequel! Which game? Which game? I love searching for anime or games that I watched when I was a kid. Sometimes I will take like whole days of searching.
In God's name.
Vulcanite, never heard of it. What is going on?
What did they do to you? Can you speak?
Wait, Sarah Hawkins. She's the girl supposed to be dead. That's her son's toy.
What is this? Is it...
So Sarah is not dead. There's painting on the wall. She painted here. There's paints on the floor, on her face.
He gave him the gold and I the azure. I don't see him very often anymore. The green is stronger.
Super niche
Are
game.
you feeling ill?
I'm here, but no.
Oh, pre-installed.
Let's
yeah.
get you out of here.
I had many games that I played
Comes in my dreams.
as a kid that were pre-installed.
Our minds melt like colors on a palette.
Come with me.
It's of the oldest green. Violent living, vibrant. The sea green, maybe.
I want to see it.
No.
Vulcanoid.
Mrs. Hawkins, we must go before someone finds out.
Oh, it's an Arkanoid.
He always knows these things when it's about me.
I love it. Oh, that's cute. I love Arkanoids.
I have seen the same color. It was not as vivid as you said.
A pale copy. A discarded spawn.
Do you know what it was? Tell me.
I can't. We should not call his name.
Cthulhu!
Terrible. Terrible consequences.
All right. Come with me.
He will know. He will find us.
One more reason to hurry.
Have I seen you before?
Can you walk?
Maybe.
Then let's go before your husband finds us.
No, of the Wisp. Don't say that name.
It was in your studio.
Sauron was fine, but the previous name must not be. Oh my god, it's beautiful.
That's where you saw me.
Voldemort is the name that must not be named. I think she lost her touch with the paintings.
You mean the guards?
Oh no! Don't look, children. Joe Biden, Darth Vader. Oh, I don't think that's paint. Well, maybe it is. Wait, so she painted the whole place, basically? Stay away from that chair. Is that me watching the cultists? She had visions of me. That's how she knows me. She had visions of me watching the cultists. Also, we need ink, like urgently. We're almost out.
What the?
How dare you pronounce the name of the one who shouldn't be mentioned of the Wisp. Oh, wow. Oh, wait. Wait.
Just you wait.
I'm not waiting. You wait. Run, Sarah, run. What are you doing, Sarah? Oh, she closed the door. Perfect.
Wait. The machine.
It's a time
machine. The green. The decaying one.
The gas.
Yes. It's not good for living beings.
No shit.
We don't have time for that.
I am not moving until the wrong is set right.
Damn it.
Oh, she's not gonna get out until we stop the gas. Oh, look at that. All the coal on the ground. Okay. Damn, we need a tool?
I'd be better off finding a tool.
A bit more from the lamp. Here it is. Nice, Sue. Look what I got, Sarah. Which one? The first one. Voldemort!
Alright. That should do it. Let's move.
Hello. Oh shit, it's a cultist. It's Charles.
I'm your puppet no more, you bastard!
Oh no, he did experiments on her. He married her and then got her into the cult and forced experiments on her.
My wife, you owe me obedience.
Oh shit. Oh, he looks bad.
Leave her alone! We're leaving this crazy island.
You are going nowhere.
Oh, he looks terrible.
Don't get between me and my wife.
No, it's a mind flare attack. They'll suck our brain out.
Edward! Nobody tells me what to do with my wife.
If you kill her, you wouldn't have a wife.
How dare you?
Ah, shit! Charles is disgusting. I think they summoned Cthulhu from inside of Charles. No, not the mind flare shit.
Why should I let you take her away when I could snap your neck?
Don't put them in my nose. You are incapable of protecting. You won't kill me.
They don't want me dead.
Why? Because you are the one destined to perform.
That's the thing. We're destined to perform the call.
Your wife thinks so.
She drew me in the painting.
My desire to protect Sarah is stronger than their petty schemes. You hurt her! No, detective. She is much, much more than a woman. She is the Oracle. Sarah has seen things, has made
visions
you can't even begin to imagine. Would you still save her if I told you that she is even more dangerous than I am? It was her magic. The bookstore.
She turned Charles then?
You know that.
He looked at the Necronomicon that she put in the safe.
Sarah has been in the presence of the myth for too long. Even if she were to leave Darkwater, she would still hear his call. And the cult will always be here, waiting for her.
For a hand made of tentacles.
We get rid
Swan's strong hand. Correct.
You are out of your league, detective.
No bones.
They control the whole island. She will finally surrender to his power, and the world will fall with her.
So Charles is starting to stop the summoning of Cthulhu?
No one can escape the wheel of destiny, they say. But I will change it.
Oh, he wants to save Sarah.
I will save Sarah.
Oh no. Oh shit. No, don't pull it out. It's even more dangerous. And you're in a hospital. You could wait for Dr. Fuller. Sarah, I love you. E.T., go home. Well, it totally doesn't seem that one coming. Okay. Totally didn't see that one coming. Yeah. Finally, we shoot him. Oh, it's an axe. Well, fuck. Let's get out of here. So, Charles is dead, but he said Sarah is the bad guy? Sarah is more dangerous than him? Sarah is the oracle of the cult? This game is truly ew. Welcome to horror. They frighten you with Hawkins Mansion. They frighten you with disgust. After the death of Colden, Pierce, victim of hallucination, advances inside the Riverside Institute to the point of discovering Sarah Hawkins alive, prisoner of Dr. Fuller. The last confrontation between Charles and Hawkins and his wife revealed that the man, under the monster's appearance, tried to protect her from the influence of the myth. He warned Pierce if Sarah succumbed to the lure of the occult, she will lose all free will, allowing the cult to bring its plan to fruition. Summon an ancient and evil god. Henceforth, Pierce must know more about Sarah Hawkins' intentions and find a way to protect her. I took a weird twist.
No parent should have to bury their child.
No, the son is dead.
Knowing it's me that put him there.
He died. Yeah, apparently so. I think so. We never know, but I guess.
The guilt will never go away.
I feel your pain.
I'll do anything to get him back. Anything. My work was what lured me here in the first place.
What if she... I like how you're talking about your mouth with the eyes is closed.
Showing me things.
Trying to do the camera behind the microphone. If I do that, I think that I'm thinking. I'm thinking now. Now I'm talking. Now I'm thinking. Now I'm talking.
What am I to you?
A husband.
Ah.
Oh, slap.
I took care of you saved you from your miserable life. You'll never find a man better than me. You owe me.
I owe you nothing. We'll leave now.
Oh boy, he's an asshole.
You're not going anywhere.
Someone entitled here. It is old times, you know.
You are mine.
It is 1918. Oh, she attacked him with the lamp to protect the sun. Wait, but if he died, how is he alive? He runs away to the basement, to the cult, and they revive him in the form of Cthulhu? What way to go? Kick his balls. Why did she do it with the lamp? She burned the house. She killed the sun basically. Wait, that's the caretaker. He could have told us. He could have told us he saved her and took her to the hospital. Nice. God damn it. Why didn't he tell us?
Simon.
Come on. It's over now.
How did Charles turn into a squid? Oh, it's a giant one. A big Cthulhu. A big squid. Well, you got CP. I'll have to see. Bang! 5 investigation. Next. They want psychology, eloquence, or strength. Strength is useful, although you're not really a physical confrontations type. Eloquence improves your skill, increases the chance of convincing or manipulating during discussions, and thus understanding the motive of a person based on his or her behavior. Analysis of objects. I kind of like that. We learn more about the game with this, so let's go with that. Yes. Okay, so we're back at the mansion. Oh, the place looks beautiful. Who's that? Is that Charles? Wait. Is that back in the past? We constantly have hallucinations about the past and the... No, that's the bookstore owner, the librarian.
Mr. Pierce, we were waiting for you.
Bookstore owner.
Good. Sarah doesn't have much time.
What are you doing here?
Did you think I would let you confront the occult without supervision?
This is too dangerous.
Who was he? He said he's gonna come with us.
Algernon, I need to talk to Mr. Pierce.
Very well, Sarah. I will be in Charles Hawkins' office.
Okay, Sarah, spit it out. What's the situation?
You seem different.
Yes. When I woke up this morning, my mind was sharper. Cleaner. I can still hear the voice calling me. It is so strong. So ancient. Enticing. Dangerous. I may never be able to escape his grip, but for now, I can keep it at bay.
That's the call of
I know what
Cthulhu.
I owe you, Mr. Pierce. But I can't come back to Boston with you.
Alright, her father wants her back at Boston. I feel guilty. There is a cult in Darkwater. You and Drake are up to something.
You've been friends for a long time, hiding each other's secrets.
I trust him.
What are you planning to do?
I must find it and kill it. I am the only one who can end its slaughter.
No. No, you will come with me to Boston.
I owe you no obedience.
This isn't about what you want or don't want to do. You would risk destroying the world just because you can't face the consequences of your actions.
I am willing to atone for my sins.
No, you're just trying to erase all proof of the mistakes you've made.
I know what I have done. I will not rest until the creature is sent back to its dimension.
Valid son requirements.
You can't give up, even knowing the stakes.
Yes, thank you.
Still, I won't let you go.
What?
You will stay here until I find a safe way to return to Boston.
That's ridiculous. Listen, Algernon knows of a way to protect me. Help him find what he seeks, and we may all survive this battle.
All right. I'll help you.
So, she's an oracle. She got the call of Cthulhu. She knows how to summon Cthulhu. There's a cult. I don't know if she built the cult or Charles built the cult. I'm so confused. We have to help her defeat the cult before they summon Cthulhu? Or basically, oh, she wants to destroy Cthulhu. Maybe it's already here. Now Drake said that he's in the office. There it is. Is there ink? Not ink, oil for the lamp somewhere?
Seeing you again. Ah, it's you. I'm here for her, not you.
I don't care why you're here. Your usefulness is the only thing that matters. How do we protect Mrs. Hawkins from the influence of the forces that claim her?
By following Charles Hawkins, that imbecile of a thief, of course.
What do you mean?
He found something. An amulet. The symbol engraved on it could protect Sarah.
Could?
We are dealing with forces that by far surpass what your intellect can process.
My intellect.
Feel free to ask me any question regarding the matters that exceed your grasp.
What's the weird language?
What is the true nature of the Necronomicon?
I see that you are interested in my precious book. It is the definitive book of knowledge of the occult, Mr. Pierce, written by Abdul al-Hazred. It is the answer to many a question.
That is why it's so highly valued.
Yes, and even though it is a copy, given to me as a gift by Professor Armitage of Miskatonic University, the work remains very powerful.
I understand better why you keep it in a safe.
Dimensional Shambler.
This creature, the Shambler, what is it?
It is a hunter. It travels from one dimension to another to hunt down its prey.
Francis Sanders was one of its victims. How could a creature like that end up in one of Mrs. Hawkins' paintings?
Sarah has an uncommon gift. A connection with entities that live beyond our reality. I doubt that she was aware at the time, but when she painted the picture in a certain way, she called it.
And now it remains in our reality.
Let us say that it uses the painting as a portal into our reality, and we make enticing prey for it.
That's why we must find a way of sending it back to where it came from permanently.
Sold the dagger to that. Oh, right, he sold the dagger that destroys the painting.
The dagger with a strange sign. Was it you who sold it to Francis Sanders?
If you are referring to the dagger of the ancients, then yes, it was me. Why?
Do you know what he intended to do with it?
Francis was primarily a collector of occult objects. He liked rare items such as the dagger. But I doubt he knew its purpose.
No, he drew the dagger.
To send the creature you call the Shambler back into the painting.
Fascinating.
He knew that.
But I am afraid that this might only be short-lived.
You mean that thing could come back?
Yes, that is why I am looking for a more permanent solution.
It must never come back. A genius like you must have already found a way to get rid of this creature, yes?
I sense your sarcasm, but it does happen that, yes, I do have a solution.
How smart of him.
I think I can destroy it, but for that I must approach the creature, and to be able to do so, I need the key to Rie.
Another one of your baubles.
It is no bauble, unbeliever. It is a very powerful protection, able to repel very ancient forces. Much more effective than your cult.
What does it look like?
It is a golden amulet, bearing very ancient inscriptions and an elder sign at its center. A star with an eye in the middle.
I've already seen that sign. Where can we find it?
Therein lies the problem. That foul thief Charles
Charles
has
hid
hidden
it. Okay.
somewhere. I found this drawing among his personal effects. I think that it has something to do with the location of the amulet.
I'll follow this lead. You continue searching.
That is what I intend to do. As for you, return here the second you find it. I don't want it to disappear again.
Yeah. I'm really good at finding stuff. I have like what is that? Sketch of a bust. What is that painting? What am I supposed to do with this? Find the bust. What?
Damn it.
Okay, no more light. Let's find it. We end up dying by playing around with mystic things. Yeah, but we have to do it because we have to send the creature back to where it came from and save the world. Nana, wouldn't you save the world? I mean, look at this mansion. Look at these drapes. The curtain. Look at that. It's ruined. Look at the outside. It looks terrible. Someone has to do something about it. And that someone is us. Detective. What's my name? Let's find the stuff that we're looking for. You know where I think it is? Probably there, all the way. In that room where you saw the thief. Who was the character? Who was the person who ran away from here back then? Maybe it's not here? That is a beautiful room. The only painting that Sarah painted could be a portal for the Shambler. Would be content on dying by playing around with electricity. I would be content on dying playing around with electricity. Oh my god, it's so dark here. Oh, that's the couple's room, right? Hello. I found that. Sketch must guide me to the artifact concealed Charles Hawkins. Where have I already seen this? A good question. Where did you see that?
Was Sarah Hawkins telling the truth?
Will someone do summon a giant eldritch cat girl or something, I might also accept such fate. But if it is a sexy identity of some sort, then I might as well give my life. Look at you, all falling for these elder creatures.
What kind of ritual was she preparing?
So what was she doing here?
Was the painting of the Shambler displayed here?
So she tried to summon the sun. Oh, maybe she tried to destroy the portal of the Shambler with this ritual?
Mrs. Hawkins never told me why she was in possession of the Necronomicon.
Oh, she saw that in the Necronomicon.
She was trying to send back the Shambler.
Yeah. I guess it didn't work.
How did she react? Was she afraid?
She wasn't ready, maybe.
Charles Hawkins was ready to do anything to protect his wife.
So he came in, saw her screaming, and maybe then the Shambler went inside him, but... Oh, maybe that's when we got crazy? Well, when was he burned? Thank you for the hydrate.
If the amulet can protect Sarah Hawkins from the influence of the mythos, I must find it.
Okay, let's find this painting. Is it here? The skull. Where have we seen a skull? Oh, it's not here. Isn't it that statue? Thank you for the stretch. Oh, and posture. Where have we seen that? Where would you put that kind of thing? It's a watch. That's the kids' room. Simon. It's giant-sized soldiers. Look at them, going out to war. The Wonderful Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Baum. Pictures by W.W. Denslow. I don't see it in this room. And that's the room with the summoning circle. So wait, she summoned. Oh, the painting summons the Shambler. How did she paint it? Maybe she painted it while being in a trance or something. Because when you look at the picture, you summon the Shambler. But Bradley,
How are you, Bradley?
What the hell are you doing here?
It's you, Pierce. I'm just worried about Marie. I mean, Dr. Colden. Have you had any news?
Telling the truth.
I'm so sorry, Bradley. I could do nothing to save her.
What do you mean? What happened?
I'm not sure what happened, but I found her body in the cellars of Riverside.
You sure that you've got nothing to do with it?
You got nothing to do with it.
She hadn't tried to help you.
Yeah, most likely she drew it in a trance.
I'm sorry.
And then she knew.
It's that slug, Fuller. I swear I'll shoot him. What do you say, Pierce? Are you with me?
A valid son requirement. Fuller will pay the price. Natural relationship. Marie Colden would have not wanted that.
Have no fear, Bradley. Dr. Fuller will not escape the clutches of destiny for long.
But she
Sooner
knew.
or later, he will be judged for what he has done.
She knew that the Shambler is coming out when you look at the painting.
What are you talking about? What's this story of destiny? No, I'm sorry. I'm not going to wait for some mystical intervention. I'll take care of him. Myself.
We must do something for those who are still alive, Bradley. Sarah is still in danger as long as the cult is active. We need to see this through, otherwise Marie's death will have been in vain.
You're, the voice of reason, Pierce. As always.
The people who are still alive. Okay. Skull. There it is. All right, it's here. That's where we saw it. It's a small shrine she made. Oh, it was here all along.
This is the amulet that Drake was looking for.
Engraved with an elder sign. It's the key of Relia. Firmly believe this artifact is of great power. We take in psychology. Yes. Yes. Okay, let's talk to her. Or to Drake. Oh, she doesn't care. Could you imagine living in such a huge mansion, like only 3 people?
Ah, it's you again.
I think I've found what we're looking for.
Let me see that. Yes, that's it. It's perfect. We are saved.
I must tell Mrs. Hawkins.
Yes, do that.
I have a bad feeling about this Drake. It's like, I don't know. Something about him feels off.
I have it. It's a strange amulet. I hope it will protect you, considering that nothing will help you change your mind.
You must understand. I already went too far.
What have you seen that's so terrible you convinced yourself that you had to risk so much?
I can't tell you now.
This story is going to end badly.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's gonna end badly.
West is here with Sullivan.
Bradley, you take care of Sarah. I will deal with them.
You sure? All right.
I've been hearing about you a lot lately. You seem to enjoy causing trouble.
Nice job, Chief. You got me. Great police work.
You can try to play smart with me all you want, Pierce. Witnesses have identified you as the one who set fire to River.
Witnesses? How convenient. That's not the whole story, is it?
Witnesses.
I don't care about your stories. Save them for the judge. You know, us cops, we base our investigation on facts and testimonies. You might want to try that next time.
And I use my gamer intuition.
You bet I will.
Next chapter in prison? And that's how we got arrested. Chapter 10, Darkwater Police Station. With the help of Algernon Drake, Pierce has obtained an amulet that is supposed to protect Sarah Hawkins against an evil power that covets her. The painter told him of the desire to track and kill the dimensional shambler in order to atone for her sins before Pierce could stop her. He was arrested by the police. Oh, she's not trying to kill Cthulhu. She's trying to kill the shambler. Maybe the shambler is like a spawn that summons Cthulhu. I have no idea. Who knows? What a dramatic police station.
You know, I've heard a lot about you, Mr. Pierce.
All good, I hope.
It appears that you've been involved in a variety of misdemeanors since your arrival on Darkwater. Entering private property, twice. Aggression, insulting behavior, and to top it all...
Aggression?
Arson.
Aggression?
Listen, Chief West, I realize that I'm in your jurisdiction, and that you don't like guys like me. However, I think that these accusations are exaggerated.
Yeah, they think we burned the mental hospital.
If that means a confession from you and therefore less paperwork from me, then we've got a deal.
Which means Dr. Fuller.
I'm serious. Can't
blamed
you
us.
see what's going on right under your nose?
Yeah? So what's going on that I don't know about?
Dangerous cult is at work. Fuller is not innocent.
You'd be better off taking an interest in Dr. Fuller.
Uncle!
The experiments he carries out on his patients
The uncle
are
is
as
awoken.
inhuman as they are illegal. And when Dr. Colden wanted to put a stop to it, she too went under the knife.
What are you talking about? Nobody's reported any wrongdoings. Dr. Fuller is a man who's as much
gonna watch
respected
some
and
shows.
admired on the island as he
Good
is
night,
in his
Ashbourne.
profession. It seems like you've got a grievance against him.
It screams at you as well.
Is that why you set fire to his institute?
I'm admitting nothing at all.
Come on, I'll show you to your new residence. I'll be back later to ask you some questions. I hope that you'll make the right choice and confess to everything. It would be as unpleasant for you
Also,
as it
watch
would
the
be
Mimic
for me
show.
if I had to adopt more advanced questioning.
I have no doubt about that.
Good
What time is
night,
it?
Mr.
Oh, it's only 10
Pierce.
p.m. Feels so late. Only for 10 p.m. 10 p.m. It feels like it's, I don't know, 1 a.m. now.
Mr. Pierce.
What? Well, who is that?
The Truth Seeker.
Leviathan.
We meet at last.
Where are you then?
Who's there?
Oh, beautiful. Leviathan, a giant Jewish mythological whale, is drowned in the prison. Well now, how am I supposed to survive this? Hello?
I am the one men named Leviathan.
Pretty nose.
Not because of the scale of my terrestrial form.
Dream of canned pineapples.
As a reminder of
What kind of dream is that?
of my knowledge,
It's 8 here?
which I
Oh,
came
right.
to share
I'm in the future,
with
right.
you, human.
It's kinda now. Then here. Streaming for 5 hours, so it's normal. Yeah. I don't know why it feels so... Maybe because of the tower reading.
You will not be able to speak or escape my
Feels like a long stream today. Mimic is such an enduring streamer. Struggle, try to speak. Let's submit.
Your mind has begun to expand.
We were expanding, chat. Always envision Leviathan bigger.
Have been gently shepherded by the
Maybe they put a smaller appearance so we can comprehend.
curiosity
He even forgets to take care of himself at times.
that have led you up to this moment.
I do.
You are here to accept the knowledge.
Give me knowledge.
and follow
I'm like sitting here for the past 3 hours thinking, I should do a food break.
This is an offer that
The game is
likes
good
of
though.
you, particularly
Except the one
those
part in the with the 2 lamps. That was terrible.
characteristics.
Sometimes he endures too much and I have to tell him to stop and go rest. That is true.
The more you bend your
Same,
human
Mama, same.
spirit to make it able to receive the truth,
He's the best mama. Mama Nana.
closer you will come to embrace his power.
Go eat. Okay, after this.
Where is the Oracle, Truth Seeker? Would you like to see her?
Now I want to get out of this ocean. Yeah, accept knowledge. Give me the knowledge.
Is she not the very object of your quest?
Yes, I guess.
I'll let you see for yourself.
What am I planning to eat?
Do not forget.
I have no idea. I'll go to the kitchen. I'll see what's there. You know what? Potatoes. I gotta make potatoes.
Paths shall cross
Same
again.
potatoes I made last time. I gotta make them. Oh my god. Oh, we're gonna go into Star now? No, we're not Sarah, but...
You know the risk, Sarah. If you happen to use your powers again, you may lose more than your life.
Maybe we are. Maybe we are Sarah.
It is not about me, but innocent lives. I hope that your sources are reliable.
The bootleggers have the painting. If the dimensional shambler is to appear, he will do it here. The shambler! I knew it!
No! Not again!
That's what happened when she summoned him? Oh, we are Sarah. We are Sarah. The
Algernon,
chips.
come back!
Me, I didn't put anything. Just took a frozen thingy. Okay, listen. I know I said I wanna eat, but wait. We Sarah, we gotta see what's happening here. Oh my god.
Is Algernon and the Shambler.
Find Drake. Okay. He's there. This could be actually a long part. So, you know what? Listen. We've been streaming a lot. We don't need to stream 11 hours every time. I think we can stop the stream for today, right? We can continue this game another time. We don't have to. Maybe the game can wait. Yeah, the game can wait. And we can all continue next time, right? Let's continue this next time. Return to main menu. We don't have to stream. We don't have to complete the game. I thought the game would be completed, but I don't know how long we have left. I do want to say I kind of like the game. Kind of like it. Oh, look at me here standing with my torch. Oh, I gotta raid someone. Chat, you are all amazing. You're amazing. Amazing people. I love all of you. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for spending time with me. It was so fun today. Thank you to Hibiki for the tower ring. And thank you Nana and Anko and Minolta and Ashborn and everyone who were here and Wisp. And really thank you. It was really fun. Now tomorrow was a nice stream. Oh, thank you. We'll always be here. If it's a 3-hour or an 8-hour, we'll always show out. Thank you, Uncle. Best uncle, you're amazing. I like you too. Nana. These confessions, they're kind of crazy. Who do we? So many options. Usual bajillion options. What if we raid? What if we raid my sister? Let's see what she's doing. Even if I don't be here for a long time, always show up to say hello. Thank you. Thank you for the hello. Hello is the best. Hello is the best. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? I wonder if Hibiki passed out. Yeah, he should most likely asleep. It's really late for her. Everyone is always here to support. Yeah, I really love the community in the stream. That's amazing. That's adorable. Thank you so much. She needs a 12-hour sleep. I was really trying to control the chaotic mimic. Nah. I'm chaotic because I'm a dice. I need to be random, you know. We need the randomness. That's how you chaos. Praise the dice. Me? I have a good taste. I have a really good taste in art and quality. I know how to recognize good things. I have a really good taste in stuff. So yeah, that's the praise. And you know what? I'm kind of chill. Hibiki said that she's chill. Hibiki can never get angry or something. And I feel like I'm kind of the same. In a way. Right? Maybe? Maybe. That's the praise I'll go with. I'm chill. I'm chill. Ooh, I'm chill. Also, I don't play a lot of horror games. I definitely don't scream in horror games. And today, we screamed in a horror game. Yeah, that was kind of cool. Unexpected. Let's raid Anatis. Didn't do that in a while. And tomorrow, chat. Tomorrow, beardless camera stream. We're gonna sing. Finally, I'm gonna do a karaoke. Even if we don't know, we're gonna solve copyright. We're gonna get my piano and I'm gonna get my melodica and we're gonna play music and we're gonna sing and we're gonna do everything. Ah! We can do be one of the chillest streamers. Thank you. And I'll have to see you tomorrow. And hope that we don't cringe too much in the in that stream. So I'll see you all next time. I love you. And with the creepy music in the background, let's give some love to Anatis. I want to praise too. Mimic, you're an amazing person. I always know what to say and do. Oh, you always know what to say and do. I appreciate what you do and I thank you for being who you are. Thank you so much, Nana. We had to delete OT. So what deleted? Mimic, did you know? I sang on Sora's stream. Oh my god. He deleted the VOD? No! How can we see that? Anko! One day I'll get Nana to sing on my stream. How's that? Mimic. Raid. Dice. Fire. Let's put a duck. duck. Okay, see you next time, everyone. Love you all. I'll be back.